LBC 97.3. Call 0845 6060 973. Text 84850. Tweet at LBC 973. This is London's biggest conversation with Nick Abbott.
What's he got to be depressed about?
The human condition. Let's start there, shall we? Here's calling Kingston. Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Paul.
Yes. What I was wanting to say was that the generational thing seems to need to crack in here, in that in the 1940s, you see, I'm in my 90s at the moment, and in the 1940s, when I volunteered for the services, it was with the idea that we would stop this country being taken over by foreigners.
Well, the nasty Nazis, specifically.
Well, those among others.
Yeah.
But we wanted to remain under our own culture, governed by our own people. But gradually, this has been subsumed by this political correctness, where we must say that...
well, that has nothing to do with immigrants, really.
Well, it's to do with immigration, because...
not really, because political correctness covers everything.
Yeah, well, the thing is that there has not been enough effort to stop masses of immigrants coming into this country.
What, even in Kingston?
Yes, oh yes. You only have to walk down the high street and there are no end of foreign people.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
well, you know, what would the place be like? Go back to the 1940s, Paul. This country was so... I mean, apart from the war, obviously, which was not boring, but it was just so dull. It's immigrants who have transformed shopping, for a start. It used to be that every shop in the country would close for... they used to close for half a day on a Wednesday, didn't they? And shut at 12 on Saturday and not open on Sunday. Well,
we preferred it that way.
No, we did not. We definitely did not. There's absolutely no there can't be anybody alive that preferred shopping in that manner.
Oh,
no
yes.
one.
Well, particularly the people that worked in shops. They used to get some time off. But that is...
Well, just because a shop is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, doesn't mean that it's being staffed by people who never leave.
I don't necessarily think that's a good thing, because in our particular high street, all the owner-occupier shops are owned by Asians.
Right, and you know the reason is because they work harder than we do.
Nonsense.
It's true. What do you think? How do they take over in the way that you described?
Well, they just have the incentive to get their money together. They club together and buy a shop.
As a family, you mean?
As a family.
Yeah, but weren't shops traditionally family-run?
Well,
of course.
Were, yeah, but the thing is that we don't need people from abroad to come over here and take over our culture.
Well, no, to say that they've taken over our culture is just preposterous. But we absolutely did need people to come over here and shake retail up. Without which, we'd still be we'd still be bereft on a Sunday if we didn't do all of our shopping in the morning on a Saturday.
That would have been worth putting up with to avoid the whole country being taken over by foreign influences. You see,
I don't know what paper you're reading, Paul, but the country that I live in, I don't see it being taken over at all. I think we're still irredeemably British.
They're establishing mosques in all towns.
Well, you don't have to go.
No, you don't go to a mosque if you are English. we're a Christian country.
Not really. Actually, we're now a country that doesn't believe in religion anymore, as the majority.
Well, not necessarily.
Yes, I'm telling you, I've got the statistics right in front of me. The Social Attitudes Survey.
Well, you may have the statistics, but I think the people, the indigenous population, would prefer to live among English people.
Well, that's true. English people prefer to live among English people, and Indian people prefer to live among Indian people, and ginger people prefer to live among ginger people, and tall people prefer to live among tall people. That's just the human condition. We cling to people that look just like us.
You see, just referring back to when I volunteered in the 1940s.
Yeah, thanks for that, by the way.
We wanted to retain the English culture.
That's not why we went to war, Paul. You daft apeth. That's not why we went to war. We went to war to defeat Hitler.
Yes, exactly, because we didn't want him to occupy our country.
Well, that's different from people coming over here and running the corner shops.
No, well, it's all connected.
It's not connected in any way, shape, or form.
The ethos of the country is being changed by mass immigration.
Well, ethos. Okay, well, you've said that a couple of times, so I'll give you the chance to define it. What do you mean, the ethos of the country? The society is changed in what way?
Yeah, only because the politicians have allowed it to change.
But it changed in what way? I don't see the change.
It has changed because you walk down the street
and you see foreigners. Well, that's not changing society. That's changing the people you come across in the high street.
Exactly. Well, that's society. The people you come across in the high street is society.
Well, not really. That's just people.
It isn't really.
It's just a group of individuals.
No, that's not true. I mean, a group of individuals all make up society.
Yes, but the way you're describing it is that they have changed the way we live. Explain.
They have changed the way we relate to one another, because you can go into a group of people that come from abroad, and also we must remember that they will all require care homes, pensions, national health services and so on. We don't need all these people.
But that implies that they're just coming here and being a drain. But the vast majority, that's the reverse is true.
Well, if you get 5,000 old age pensioners, they are a bit of a drain on society.
Yes, so what you need are people who are in employment paying for them.
Right.
The fewer people that are in employment paying for the upkeep of the pensioners, the worse the experience of the pensioners will be. And so what we actually need are more young people coming to this.
No, not that.
More people coming to this country and being in full employment and paying taxes and all of the rest of it.
Well, it's rubbish, because we're getting too many people, and when a country is overcrowded, they start living off one another in a most undesirable way.
What, eating each other?
Well, I wouldn't say eating, but doing one another out of the things that we need.
Like what?
Well, for example, food.
Well, let me stop you on food. You know, if food prices would actually go up if migrant workers were refused access to the country. Fruit prices will go up, or will go up, rather, because of a lack of seasonal workers, farmers have warned, after the government refused to allow non-EU migrants into the country to pick fruit and vegetables. Paul, your fruit's going to cost more.
No.
I'm afraid so. Those are the facts, Jack. Well... I'm fully awake now. How about you? 0845 6060 973. Nick Abbot, LBC 97.3.
On FM, online and digital radio, this is the UK's Station of the Year, LBC 97.3.
It's 11 o'clock.